What's up? Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you.
You too.
It feels like it's been a million years because I guess in this time, 3 months can feel like 4 years or whatever. But it's good to see you.
You too. You too.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Portland. I'm at home in my room.
Nice. So catch me up on what is vital to you. Like, what have you been working on? What are you excited about? What are you up to?
That's such a big question. Um, I think springtime, everything feels exciting, so I'm trying to lean into that energy, but I'm trying to remember like what was going on the last time we talked. I was definitely still in school. Um, and it's always kind of weird being in school while it feels like my like career is like progressing and I'm like, oh, I'm like not even graduated yet. Okay. But kind of the two biggest things are like I started painting on canvas summer of 2021, and I'm going to have my first solo show in I think August of my paintings.
That's awesome.
um, yeah, I'm super
Is that a
stoked.
is that a medium switch for you? Like, is it switching mediums or is it switching like materials or and how did that come about?
Kind of. I started my art journey mostly, I mean, I studied graphic design at school and then I got a random opportunity to paint a mural. So I was really heavily in the mural space. So painting, but a very different canvas to work with, different audience. And essentially like by the spring of 2021, I was so burnt out. I was a full time student online during the pandemic, and I was also like taking on way too many freelance projects. And I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know how to find the projects that I aligned with because I was like only like a year into it. So painting on canvas was kind of me forcing myself to do art that was just for me. Um, and yeah, it was kind of a beautiful summer last summer. I met some really key people that were creatives that were older than me, and had been doing it for a while, and were just so open to like having conversations and like sharing their world with me. And the things that it solidified was like one, the way I was going about making things was not what's the word? I couldn't keep going that way.
Mhm.
It was just not gonna work. I was so unhappy. So that was like a wake-up call. And then the second thing was like, oh my God, I like want to be a creative. Like I want to be an artist. Like there's nothing else I can do. Like I was like, I don't want to get a job. Like I just want to work, make my own work and figure it out. And these people showed me that it was possible. So I started this series. It's now called The Impossible Art of Coming Together. And it's going to be 8 paintings. Um, and there's 3 finished, 2 in progress, and 3 more in my head. And I'm so excited. Yeah, it's going to be up in August, I'm pretty sure. I'm working with a friend who's kind of been my like agent for this, and she's been awesome. And we're like kind of um, seeing what gallery spaces feel right, but we're almost like
Cool.
locked into one. So that's like a huge development. And the other one is I'm still working on the alphabet project. And I'm now in thesis as a class at school. And so I just locked into this topic as my project. And so I'm diving into like 5 weeks of 5 plus weeks of intense research. And I actually just got these 2 books ordered from the library. This one's called Black Art. It's like a history of Black art. And then this one's called Young, Gifted, and Black. And it's about like this one family's collection of like contemporary Black artists. And so I'm like,
I love
in research mode right now.
That's beautiful. I mean, you touched on there are a few things I want to highlight about what you just said because you talked about like hitting the point of burnout, right? You talked about the importance of like I love that you called them like key people in your life because I feel like, community, key people, and like encouragers and supporters. I don't know why I'm getting emotional thinking about it, but burnout, key people, and then also like the fluidity of the journey of making art, because we met talking about the Alphabet Project, which I still am so excited about. But I think what is so important to remember when you're an artist creating is that like you plant a seed, right? And if you're lucky, you're going to plant millions of seeds. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then like, you're going to encourage them to grow, but like you can't always be like, and then you're going to grow on a timeline that looks just perfect from the perspective of everyone else and also like of what it even means to make art. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like you have to start an idea and then you have to morph with it. One of my favorite books actually is do you know Miranda July? Do you know the author Miranda July? Okay, go check out Miranda July. She wrote I wonder if I think her first novel is called The First Bad Man, but she is, I mean, I feel bad that I can't say it out loud and whatever, but I forget what she's famous for. There's like a few movies that she might be famous for. Um, but I discovered her for a collection of short stories that she had written I'll have to get back to you on the title, but Miranda July. And then this other book I discovered of hers was basically um, while she was making another movie, she kind of hit writer's block and she stumbled into the Penny Savers, which is, I don't even know if the newspaper has it anymore, but it's like people selling things for like a penny. Like, and it would be like people selling tadpoles and sea monkeys and weird fabrics and like just weird things, right? So she just like while she was hitting writer's block of this movie, she was like, I'm going to just go interview these people in the penny saver section of this newspaper and go talk to them about like what they're creating. And it ended up being an entire book of her with these interviews of her while she's procrastinating making the movie slash while she's finding inspiration while she's living like all of that stuff. And I just think that like there's so much glamorized about making art and being an artist, and it is beautiful and glamorous, but the journey of it can feel, when you're in the middle of it, it can feel confusing and non-linear. And that's just I just wanted to highlight that you inspire me with like the way that you are moving through your life and being a true artist. It's beautiful to see.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. I like it's been a huge struggle to like fight that honestly capitalism, like that I don't have to be like always making things and always finishing things and always being like done, like, okay, tying the bow, like it's perfect, it's over. Like that's just not realistic. And one thing that really helped me was one of my friends that was like this key person. Their name's Lake, and they talk about things in such a different way. We're like very different, but it's like always challenging me. But one of the things that they've said is like sometimes your ideas are the art, and like sometimes that's just like where you're at,
Woo!
right?
Wow. That's really, really nice. Hold on. Let me let that simmer.
Yeah, let it simmer.
I mean, that's so beautiful. Like truly that helps me today because
Good.
it's true. Like you can get caught in this whirlwind of like, well, what am I presenting? Um, I've made it a point like not to be a martyr, but I've made it a point to like post less on social media because it's just like I can't hit the deadline. I can't show up to it and feel bad every day because of social media. You know what I mean? So obviously I'm still on there and I still engage with it and trying to engage in a way that feels good. but it's like I love that shift where the idea is the art. It's true. I mean, that is what I loved about your project, the Alphabet Project, the idea of it, and what I'm so excited for you to go towards it and to, you know, uh, every step of that process. But what I'm most excited to see and be witness to through our connecting through what is vital is that you have an idea, it's taken a backseat to other things in your life. It's also made room for this new medium slash new project slash new key collaborators and key community in your life. And then also, it's now taking shape as well. So now you are in process and in progress more than you even could imagine, when we first met, and I think that's inspiring. It's inspiring to me, and I sort of feel like it will be inspiring to other artists because that is the true journey of an artist.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And like when I think back to it, like, man, I'm like, when did we connect? Must have been 2020 or early 2021.
I don't know time. I really don't know. It was definitely of the pandemic generation of
Yes.
the um, pandemic special. Um, and I don't know if it was end of 2020 or possibly beginning of 2021. So yes, like let's say even if it's been a year since we first connected or
Yeah.
more, um, it's perfect because uh, that is what it is to make art. You have an idea and then you have to like hold space for it, and you also have to like walk away from it. Like you also have to like you know hit burnout. Like if I feel like artists don't talk enough about burnout. They don't talk about like how um wall is somehow like a part of the process.
Mhm. Yeah. And it's like, I am so excited for this project and I'm kind of finally on, this timeline of either I'm in like the research phase right now, which is great because with the what is vital money, I am going to I think the new approach is going to be like just buying books. And there's a few like key Black creators that I want to interview. And so to be able to pay them for their time, that's also research for me. That's like what this money is going to go towards. And, you know, uh, I can see a world in which now the research leads directly to like, okay, there's going to be the project is like kind of full speed ahead. Like I'm like, okay, the think it's going to be the format of a book. But even then, like I'm trying to be so loose with it because I know just it's going to be what it needs to be. Um and I think when we first met, I was still in this like productivity mindset where I was like, I need to make it like, and I need to make it now, and it needs to be this very specific thing. And like that, like, had such a grip on me. And I
Mm.
feel like even just in this, like, let's say it's been a year, like through burnout, through the people that I've met, like now I'm at this much more magical place where I'm like, I still have the need. The need is just inside of me. Like I know this is a project that like needs to see the light of day. And for myself, like it's healing to be like, I didn't have the exposure to like Black creative people and my whole like beginning of my life. Like and here I am now, and I'm investigating that, and I'm giving it time and space, and I'm not putting this pressure of like I need to make something now. And like it just feels so much more open and so much more free, and like I'm
Wow.
excited in a different way, which is crazy, like so cool.
I'm It's so beautiful to witness. I'm truly I feel emotional watching you articulate these things that are really they are really helping me to hear as an artist. Like that journey highlighted is just something I don't hear enough. And that's like part of why this What is Vital project for me is like an experiment in trying to encourage, talk about, support, and then ultimately, share that journey with people because I think it can be inspiring. Um, I just also have to highlight that you just said the need is inside of me, and I like want that T-shirt at some point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. We
yeah,
can make that happen. We can make that happen.
I'm sure. I bet I'm down. Um, wow. Well, honestly, it's so great to catch up. I'm so excited to see what you make. I'm so excited that we, as What is Vital, can just be a small part of watching you and your art and sharing that. And thanks for taking the time to chat.
Yeah, thank you, always.